share so I can put it up in my Facebook group later on. But if for some reason you don't want it recorded or you don't want me to post it for one reason or another, that's totally okay too. So welcome. I'm super excited to have everybody here. I'm sure people will pop in and join us. And I hope I don't miss anybody in the waiting room. I'm just going to go ahead and mute everybody just so we don't have any background noise. So don't be offended by me muting you. I'm just doing it so we don't have anything going on in the back. So thank you so much for coming. I love doing workshops like this. It's really been just such a blessing to be able to share with my community and beyond what I've been up to and the tools that I've been using over the last decade or so that I've been in the holistic world and just what works for me. And I know, not every single thing is going to resonate with you, and that's okay too. But take what you will for tonight. If you've never done a guided meditation before, I'll walk you through one of those. I'm just going to share my screen so you have a little bit of an overview. I'm going to try to keep this as short as I can because I know it's 8 o'clock at night and it's probably approaching people's bedtimes. And I'd like to keep on task. So I'll just give you a little bit of an overview of what this is. It's all about creating magic in the mundane. So that's something that's really worked for me is I've never wanted a life I've had to take a vacation from. I mean, vacation is amazing, but I just want to be able to carve out space every single day to wake up and be excited and find things that I can do that work for me. And I love sharing them with others. So I am a teacher by nature. I've been a massage therapy instructor for the last 6 years, been a wellness advocate with doTERRA for the last 3 years, and I'm just super passionate about sharing natural solutions. I love helping other people help themselves, and I'm all about taking the stigma out of self-care that it's selfish. And that's just always been a passion point for me. I was super lucky to be introduced to massage therapy at a young age and really learn how to take care of myself and my mind. And it was always that theme of how can I show up and take care of other people if I'm not taking care of myself first. So I am going to throw in a little contest in here. So if you want to go ahead, my phone number is on the screen. If you just send me a text with your name, I will enter you in our prize wheel. And at the end of the workshop, somebody's going to win something fun. So you can go ahead and just text me your name. That's all you need to do. And we'll make sure to get you entered in to win a prize. Just a little bit of background on me and how I ended up here. I started teaching massage and I get to teach the coolest stuff. I teach all about traditional Chinese medicine, 5-element theory, concepts of yin and yang. And it is really cool 5,000-year-old information on how everything in nature is connected. We're a part of nature. Just to give you an example of like, if you've ever seen, you see the branches on a tree, and then you see the branches that are in our lungs, the bronchi, like it just mirrors each other. The veins in our arms and legs mirror the rivers and the streams. And, back 5,000 years ago, people were studying this to be like, we are so deeply connected to nature. So I was privileged enough to be able to teach that at 25 years old. And I always loved learning about it. And then once I started teaching, I was like, holy crap, I'm way out of alignment with like what I'm teaching and how I'm showing up in my own life and what was going on there. So that was when I took a look in the mirror, and I do believe that everything happens for a reason. I love learning about that stuff in school, and then I just got away from it. So I took a look in the mirror and I'm like, okay, I'm not practicing what I preach. I tell my students they need to meditate and focus on their breathing and connect with nature and clean up the toxins. And here I was living quite a toxic filled life. I could show up, but like I was go, go, go multitasking, not taking time for myself, running out the door every day. And it really felt like I was like putting on an act, like that imposter syndrome was like drowning me because I felt like I'm teaching this one thing and then my life doesn't match up to it. And I was so intrigued by what I was teaching. And that's what I really wanted to mirror in my own life. And something that I've learned through like personal development stuff is like everything in our lives is a mirror. And when we really show up for ourselves first, people can feel that and see that and take us not to say even more seriously, but I all of a sudden just felt that shift with the relationships I had with other people. I felt like I was showing up better in my career. I was making decisions for me, not just because I thought I had to do them. So for me, one of my first things was starting just a daily meditation practice, and it was sloppy. It was not pretty. It was 5 minutes on my cell phone, listening to like a recording, followed by me scrolling for 30 minutes because my cell phone was in front of me. And then as time went on and I strengthened that practice, just like a muscle, I got more and more into it. It was something I looked forward to doing. It was this way that I could disconnect while also being like super present with my body and my breath. And it's not to say like your problems just go away, but if you have those micro moments of being able to disconnect from the problems, like your thoughts, not everything that you think is completely true. Not every problem that you have, you need to be dwelling on. So it was just very beautiful and magical for me in that way to come to a sense of getting to know myself better. And I think that that is such a big part of self-care is self-awareness and just how we show up for ourselves, how we take care of ourselves. I really hope nobody is in the waiting room. I'm going to just bring my screen down. Hopefully everybody's had a second to send me a text so you can get in that contest. So the first thing I'm going to do to start us off is I love, love, love these soul truth cards. And I'm just going to pull one that is going to be a question for all of us. I'm pulling it just on my intuition. And the card that I picked is, what risk can I take today? Well, today is fastly approaching the end, but that's okay. We still have some time left. And on the back of the card, it says, be not mistaken. You will have to take bigger risks than ever thought possible on this path towards your dreams. You will have to take the big leap, scary leap, but do not fret because your soul has wings. Today's soul action. What risk can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision and do it. No more thinking, only doing. Be brave and courageous, and you will discover what you are really made of. So I absolutely love this card. And I like to pull these cards in the morning, usually like before or after my meditation. I can share the link with you if that's something you're interested in. But they're just like great if you like to journal or just ask yourself these questions to have that better self-awareness. So maybe that card is resonating with you at all. And if you want to type something in the chat, you're welcome to. For me, this risk that I'm taking right now is I really am showing myself to the world in a different way than I ever have before. I think people know me as a massage therapist. They know me as maybe I'm like a little hippy dippy with the oils. But what I'm really here and passionate about doing, and I feel like my purpose in life is to help other people help themselves and have this community where we realize that we are capable and we are worthy of healing ourselves. I think a lot of the societal norms and our culture have left us really dependent on seeking for outside sources. And we forget how much wisdom is truly within our DNA, and how when we get super present and we really take care of ourselves, we will find those answers that we're looking for. So my risk I'm taking is just being vulnerable, showing up as myself, and I am so happy you're all here. And I see that in the chat we have Jackie saying she agrees, so I love it. So what I want to just kind of put out is an intention for everything. Again, just going back to being super intentional, and you're going to see a theme of that. Is in my life, I have found when I get super intentional, that is when I have the magic really happen. I can go through and check off all the boxes all day long and do what I need to do. And if I'm not present, if I don't set that intention throughout the day of putting myself as a priority, it is so easy to lose sight of what really matters and getting caught up in maybe like drama or things I really don't need to be spending my energy on. So let's get clear on what the intention is for this workshop. It's simple, elevated self-care. I'm also going to lead us through a guided meditation. I'm going to talk a little on like why quality matters when it comes to some of the stuff that we're going to use. I also love the quote where your intention goes, energy flows. So just bringing it back to maybe you don't even know yet what your intention is that you really want to put out to the world, but hopefully you have a better idea of it and you get more clarity the more that you practice this kind of work. I'm also going to show you some really cool science behind raising the vibration of your water and some just easy things that you can do. And we're going to get a little more sciencey because I'm a nerd at heart on vagus nerve activation. And I'm going to also sprinkle in some other self-care tips that are super easy that you can make little nuggets of time, 5-10 minutes throughout your day to just throw in. So reminder too, if we're looking at things from that traditional Chinese medicine perspective, everything that you think manifests and shows up in your physical body, and vice versa. How your physical body is feeling shows up in your mind. There is no disconnect between our mind and our body. And I know for me, like that was not the way that I was raised. It was very much disconnection. And I'm not like bashing the way I was raised or anything like that, but I think that that's what our culture can kind of teach us, that like we need to look outside of ourselves, and modern medicine is freaking amazing. But we also would be lying to ourselves if we said that it was perfect, right? And a lot of times when we are dealing with chronic dis-ease in the body or in the mind, modern medicine doesn't have those answers for us. A lot of times we're putting band-aids on and we're not getting to the root of the problem. So I just wanted to put that reminder out there that the body and mind is so connected. There's no separation between the two. I'll just share with you 2 books that have absolutely changed my life. One is Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, and the other one is Healing Back Pain Naturally by Dr. Sarno. So I can put those in the group chat in a little bit, but those are 2 of the books that have just opened my mind so much to how the mind and the body are so deeply connected. And when we start to change our mindset, and it's not easy, but it's manageable and it's doable. And when we start to put those positive spins and we see things, everything good, bad, and different as a blessing, major shifts will happen in our physical body. And when we start taking care of our physical body, our mind gets so much happier. I know, like, just a small example is like doing a workout or a yoga class, taking some deep breaths, and just like how quickly you can shift your mindset. So we're going to shift into the guided meditation. And if you've never done a guided meditation before, welcome. If you have, and maybe you have like your favorite essential oil nearby, or you have something or a space you can be where you're super comfortable, maybe you can diffuse that oil or whatever the case is, or just put a drop in your hands. If you don't have your essential oils, that's okay. You just need yourself. But try to get super comfy. I'm gonna just put this beautiful background on for us. You can look at that or you can close your eyes. If you have a space where you can sit down or lay down comfortably, I really encourage you to do that. It's gonna just be a few minutes, and I really want you to make sure you're in a place that you're not gonna be disturbed and you have just a couple minutes to chill out and not be distracted by life. So make yourself comfortable. You can sit or lie down and allow your body to relax and be still. Allow the muscles to soften and lengthen. Notice any sensations that arise anywhere in the body. Acknowledge these. Ask what they need. Pay attention to those sensations. Avoid any judgment. Just stay aware and sensitive to the messages the body sends. Bring the focus of your awareness to your breathing. Notice the depth and the pace of your breathing. Allow your breath to become slower, softer, and deeper. Inhale through your nose, exhale through the nose. Allow the abdominal area to rise as you inhale and fall as you exhale. Inhale and feel the breath traveling down into the abdomen. Exhale and feel the breath flowing upwards and out of the body. Stay connected to the sensations and feelings in the body. Give permission for your body to relax and let go. Breathe in love. Breathe out tension. Breathe in harmony. Breathe out discord. Breathe in healing. Breathe out dis-ease. Stay focused on the breath. Allow the breath to become slower and deeper. Breathe in love. Breathe out tension. Breathe in harmony. Breathe out discord. Breathe in healing. Breathe out dis-ease. Release all self-judgment and criticism. Focus on breathing in joy and love. Focus on allowing the body to heal. Allow the thoughts to assist healing. Release and let go of any blocks to well-being. Allow yourself to sigh. Let go. Focus on slower, deeper breathing. Release all self-judgment and criticism. Breathe in love. Breathe out tension. Breathe in harmony. Breathe out discord. Breathe in healing. Breathe out dis-ease. Allow your body to be still and silent. Allow the body to share what it needs to heal. With every breath, allow the body to relax further. Allow a feeling of relaxation and calm to spread throughout your whole body. Be here and now. Allow the body and the mind to flow together, creating a sense of peace and well-being. So as you're ready, you can start to just slowly come back to the room that you're in. Maybe take a minute to wiggle your fingers or toes, gently blink your eyes open, and welcome back. So thank you all for doing that. I have some more tools I'm going to share with you now, but before we do, I'm going to go ahead and put those books in the chat. But I would love if anybody has any questions so far or anything that they want to share, if it was like your first meditation or if you have questions about anything, this is a great space and a safe space to share them. Okay, that's fine too. And I am the type of person who absolutely took a very long time to get into meditation. And I started off by finding videos on YouTube. If I liked the guy's voice or the lady's voice, I would listen to it. If I didn't, I'd move on. There's a couple of really amazing apps. One of my favorite free ones is Insight Timer. And that's a wonderful one. And it was, for me, guided meditations was where it was at. Because if you just told me to sit down and close my eyes, that would last for about 3 seconds. And then I would be thinking of other things very quickly. And so I am just telling you, it's taken me a long time to get here, but where I'm at now is every morning I wake up before I check my phone. Sometimes I don't even get out of bed, and I will just close my eyes, focus on my breathing. Now I appreciate and love the silence so much. I'm blessed to have like senior pets who just leave me alone and do their own thing. I know that's not possible for everybody, but I get into my meditation. Oh, and you know what was huge for me was finding a super comfortable pillow to sit on. Like I bought one on Amazon, and that was such a game changer because I didn't realize how uncomfortable I was just trying to like sit on the floor. That did not feel good for sitting in the chair. So getting on the floor for me on a meditation cushion was game changer. Jackie says she loves Tibetan bowls. Me too. I really enjoy sound healing. There's a place actually, Move, Breathe, Live, which is a studio, yoga studio, exercise place in Utica that does sound baths. And I believe In Bloom Yoga does too. And they'll bring like the Tibetan healing bowls in, and they are so nice. So thank you for doing that. I'm gonna share another guided meditation at the end of the presentation. The next thing I wanted to talk about is something super simple that you can do every day. So if you've ever heard of the Emoto study, that was a scientist who did this intensive study on talking to water and then looking at the water under the microscope. And the water would go into these like beautiful, like snowflake-like, very symmetrical under the microscope at a molecular level when talking with compassion, gratitude, saying thank you, and praying to the water. So something that I have found that I love to do is I will, and I feel like a weirdo doing it, and it took me a while to not feel like a weirdo, but I'll just start with some gratitude, and I don't even say it out loud, but you totally can. And I will just thank my water, and I'm super grateful that I have healthy, clean drinking water that I can drink. Another thing that you can do is use high quality essential oils. So you're going to want to make sure they're certified pure therapeutic grade. If you're buying them on Amazon or Walmart or Rite Aid, they are not. I can tell you that. And the reason we don't want to put those in our water is they can have things like fragrance, parabens, fillers, and essential oils do not have to disclose their ingredients because they are not like FDA approved. So there's like nowhere's in there that says the labels have to be accurate. So you're going to want to make sure that you have certified pure therapeutic grade. I love, and they're tested. So I love doTERRA. I told you that already. I'm a wellness advocate for them, and that's for a reason. They do third-party testing. So when you add a drop of like lemon, lime, orange, grapefruit into your water, not only does it taste amazing, but it also helps raise the vibe of your water in a positive way. You also want to make sure you're always drinking out of glass or metal. I know that like plastic is super easy, especially when we're on the go, but I highly recommend that you invest in either stainless steel or Yeti or a glass water bottle, because not only will your essential oils will detox the plastic, but also like plastic is an endocrine disruptor and it is leaking all of the time. So like these little microplastics will leak into your drinking water. And I'm not trying to say this to freak anybody out, but if you're ready to really take control of your health and your life, maybe even if you have some hormonal or endocrine issues, highly recommend switching out all of your plastic to glass or metal. I was so sad to have to get rid of my water bottles at first, but it's like you can totally tell the difference in taste when you're drinking out of glass or metal too, once you become a water snob. So drink your water out of glass or metal and say some gratitude to your water as you drink it and before you drink it. Something else, if you really want to go full on hippy dippy, you can do moon water, where you leave out a glass or a bowl of water under the full moon, and you set your intention with that as well. And then in the morning, you drink that water, and it's supposed to help you throughout the rest of your month to really solidify that intention. So if you've never tried high quality essential oils in your water, let me know, because I would love to help you with that. And I just think that this Emoto study, I believe it was in the 90s, but I could be wrong on the date. And it was a really extensive study to show how much the molecules change just by talking this gratitude or intention into your water. So that's a really easy thing that you can do. That's something you can even teach your kids. And just going back to that intention and gratitude that you can have in those micro moments throughout your day that make a huge difference. And just think of like the shift that you can create by doing something that simple. And then if your water not only is going to be hydrating you, but you're drinking a better quality of water, and it also solidifies just how powerful the words and the thoughts that we put out really are. And it's not to say that you're going around just pretending like nothing is wrong and everything is rainbows and butterflies, but we have to be our own advocates. We have to notice how often we are finding these themes in our lives. Like, it is so easy to go into the negative and go into complain mode. Our brains do it on purpose to protect us. Our brain is like that logical, our brain is that logical thing within us to keep us safe all the time. So our brain is kind of fighting against us to like go into that negative. Kathy says, how funny, just had a customer who went to Greece last week that literally did the moon water on their balcony while there. See, I love it. I feel like we're in such a like time right now where this stuff is becoming more and more mainstream. So hopefully, you know, you feel less weird because there's other people out there doing it. And actually, who cares if people think you're weird, right? So I encourage you to do that tonight with the water that you drink before bed, or maybe first thing tomorrow morning. And another wonderful thing, if you don't have essential oils, you can just squeeze some lemon juice right into your water, but make sure it's like fresh lemon juice. The nice thing with essential oils, though, is that the essential oils come from the rind of the lemon. So you're not getting that like acidic damage to the enamel of your teeth. And there's lots of detoxing properties with citrus oils too. So especially for women, because we're always like covering ourselves with makeup and body lotions, and we're cleaning the house. So we're exposing ourselves to toxins if you haven't like cleaned up those areas of your life yet. And the citrus oils can be great for us to just give that boost in your water. So I hope that the next time you pour yourself a glass of water, you say a little prayer or some gratitude into your water, and then let me know if you notice anything different. Another really simple, easy thing that we can start doing in our life is vagus nerve activation. So if you've never heard of your vagus nerve, it is a cranial nerve that starts in your brain. It goes down all the way through your torso, right into the lowest, deepest part of your abdomen. And vagus means to wander. So it like literally just wanders throughout your body. And the vagus nerve has a lot of roles. And some of those roles are digestion, regulation, as far as like emotions and mood goes. It has a lot to do with our hormonal responses, how relaxed we are. And a lot of times what happens, especially like when we eat, this is just a perfect example. Like say we just get takeout or whatever, and we don't even prepare the meal ourselves and we just start eating it. The vagus nerve is not activated. So all like your body's kind of like just going into shock in the sense of like, whoa, what's coming in right now? Versus if you were to cook your meal at home, you've got your groceries out, you're starting to warm things and chop things up, and you're smelling all the smells, and your body's like, okay, like we're going to be eating soon. We're seeing it, we're preparing it, like this is happening. Maybe you like sit down with your family and you slow down and you have that meal. But like how often does that truly happen on your busy nights, right? So there's some like biohacking that we can do, or even if you are taking the time to make a home cooked meal and sit down and maybe have like some grace before dinner, you can do this too. So something that's also been clinically proven is when you mix together lime and clove essential oils, you're going to do a 3-to-1 ratio. So you would do 3 drops of lime to 1 drop of clove. You'd put it in a roller bottle like this, and you top it with fractionated coconut oil. If anybody's like interested in this recipe, I can share it with you. Super easy. And before your meal, what you're going to do, whether you have, okay, let's do one end of the spectrum, drive through McDonald's, or if you prepare this bountiful meal, what you'll do is you'll take the roller bottle and you're going to roll it behind your earlobes. That is right at the level where your vagus nerve starts. So before every meal, you're going to do that, and it's going to activate your vagus nerve. And then you're going to take 3 deep belly breaths. While you do that, if you want to double it, you can also be looking at your food and thinking of how grateful you are for this meal in front of you. So that's all you have to do is roll that blend behind your ears, take 3 deep belly breaths, and have some gratitude for the meal that you're about to have. You don't even have to say it out loud. You can just think it in your mind, but I encourage you, especially if you're with other people, how nice to have a moment of gratitude for your food. So what that does is it turns on your vagus nerve, tells your body, we are here to eat right now, But when you take those deep breaths in conjunction with the essential oil behind your earlobe, your body is ready to digest, and you are going to be more in tune with your body. So you'll be able to feel when you start to get full. And I've had a lot of people test this and give me a ton of great, amazing results that they slowed down for their meal. It brought their families back together to like saying a prayer before they eat. And maybe that's like not your cup of tea, but even just having gratitude around the meal that you're going to eat. How amazing is that? And just something that you can establish with your family. And I just go back to like, people used to do that, right? Like they would say grace before their meal. And I just always thought, okay, you're just grateful you have it, but there's actually science behind it that you eat slower. And just like how those molecules change in the water, we have that power to have those molecules also change in our food, which is just mind blowing. So that's the lime and the clove combination. I can share that recipe with you afterwards. If you're interested, you have my number now. You can text me. I can give you the recipe. And I'm just going to read you a little excerpt about clove because I was flipping through. I have this book that's Essential Emotions, and it just like tells you the emotional properties of all the oils. And I read this and I'm like, holy cow, this is spot on for our group tonight. So clove is all about setting boundaries. Clove supports individuals in letting go of victim mentality. Who needs to let go of victim mentality? I'm a former victim. Victims feel overly influenced by other people and outside circumstances. They perceive themselves as powerless to change their life situations. Clove helps individuals stand up for themselves, be proactive, and feel capable of making their own choices, regardless of others. Clove assists individuals in letting go of patterns of self-betrayal and codependency by reconnecting them with their personal integrity. It builds up appropriate boundaries and defenses. Clove gives pushovers the courage to say no. It reignites the inner fire and encourages individuals to stand up for themselves. It can assist when there has been a history of weakened boundaries caused by mistreatment, exploitation, repeated traumatic or compromising experiences. Clove is helpful in breaking free of those patterns by restoring the sense of self and helping individuals regain the strength needed to advocate for their right to self-containment and protection. So that, I think, is a really beautiful property of clove that I was not even aware of until I started prepping for this class. So our vagus nerve is very important to take care of. And if you are somebody who suffers from digestion issues, anxiety, struggle just taking a deep breath, I highly encourage you to love up on that vagus nerve and bring some deep breathing in and gratitude before you take your first bites. Another thing I just wanted to share, because we kind of talked about just the topical application of essential oils. So if you're diluting them in a roller bottle with a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil, avocado oil, jojoba oil, you can put them anywhere you want on your body, no problem. But because pure tested essential oils are so potent, so pure, they can be very potent when you put them on your skin. But if you put them on the bottom of your feet, we have large pores. The bottom of our feet are sturdy, so you can put your oils neat right on the bottom of your feet. And I wanted to share with you this reflexology chart. This is all on the bottom of your feet. It has to do with where your nerve endings are, different zones in your body. So say you had a headache, you could put something like peppermint oil on the bottom of your big toe. That's associated with your head and brain. Maybe you had some sciatic nerve pain. You could put that right on like your heel area. Maybe your stomach's a little upset. So this is just a great way to safely apply essential oils without the need for dilution. So we've learned you can take your essential oils internally in your water. But with that, you also want to make sure not only that they're certified and tested and pure, but also that they say they're for internal consumption. So the oils I've talked about so far, they're all safe for internal consumption, but some of them aren't, just because they're better to be used topically. They might give you like an upset stomach. You just wouldn't take them internally. So if you don't know about essential oil uses and that's something that's like up your alley, let's hook up one-on-one and we can chat about that, because they are super powerful, natural. There's no side effects, just side benefits. But this reflexology chart is a great way for some self-help and self-awareness. And you can give yourself a little foot massage as you're doing it, or you could have your partner. I do it myself because my partner is not going to massage my feet, and I've just accepted that, and it's fine. And then one of the last things I just wanted to share tonight, I have a couple other tools, but this tool for me has been a game changer. I never jived with supplements. I bought them from all sorts of different places like Peter's Cornucopia, Target, Amazon, whatever. And I'd get them because I'd hear something good about something or another, and I never really saw any kind of result. And a lot of times I would just end up with an upset stomach. So for me, just a little backstory, about 5 years ago when I got married, I decided to go off of synthetic hormonal birth control because I also felt like I wasn't living in alignment, and that was something synthetic I was taking every day. Well, I had been on it for over 12 years. So when I got off of it, my skin went nuts. My emotions were all over the place. My digestion was wonky. And this was all around the same time that I got introduced to essential oils. And I had no reason to go on supplements. I eat healthy. So like I eat a mostly plant-based diet. But it was also like my face and my mood and my digestion was telling me, girl, you're not healthy. So I remember going to a really cool conference on essential oils, and they talked about these supplements while I was there. And I was like, you know what? I've had such good luck with the oils. I am going to also try these high quality, pure, tested supplements, because same thing, just like essential oils can lie about what's in them, your vitamins can too. And a lot of times the companies don't even mean to lie, but they're just not getting them from great sources. And those, like the middleman is lying. So there's no middleman here. And I'm like, I'm just going to try them for a month. And they're loaded with real bioavailable foods, and essential oils are in them, like frankincense. We've got clove in them, thyme, which is a great antiviral. So whatever, I'm going to try them for a month and see what's up. So that was in 2019. And the first couple, like I was supposed to get my period and I had no symptoms. So I got a little concerned, like, uh-oh, maybe it's not coming. But it did. And it was like the most pain-free, minimal cramps. My mood was not all over the place like it had been previously. And that's when I was like, whoa, there is something to be said when you are getting all of the vitamins and the nutrients that you need. So this is like my not so shameless plug to just let you know that when your body is getting what it needs, it functions normally. And a lot of things that we have been told by society that are common, like periods should be painful, you can't avoid like muscle fatigue and pain, brain fog is normal. No, that is not true. Although they are common, a healthy body and a healthy mind is healthy. Like we're not experiencing that. So I've been very diligent with my supplementation. Knock on wood, really, since I got into this lifestyle, I have not been sick. I'm not saying it in a way of like, this is not the end all be all. It's all about a healthy lifestyle, my meditation practice, my eating healthy. And Olivia just said omegas are the reason I actually trusted doTERRA to begin with. Yeah. And so like, this is just all like very bioavailable. There's a vegan version. If you don't want the fish-based oil, there's like a one that has marine plant life in it that gives you similar benefits. So highly recommend these, especially if like your skin needs some help, your digestion. It's really just meant to filling in those gaps in our diet. And the fruits and vegetables that our ancestors once had are not the same quality that we get today, unfortunately, due to, you know, mass production, and the soil quality is just not there. So if like you're struggling with metabolism, with energy, fatigue, brain fog, I highly recommend you get on some high quality supplementation. These are just what I use, and this is a part of my self-care rituals. I keep them also in a place where I can see them, and I have these amazing little containers I put them in. I don't care, I'm 30 years old and I've got the big clunky pill containers, but I'd rather take a fistful of these now and be preventative. And they have a 30-day money back guarantee. So I haven't had anybody ever return them, but that's just something to keep in mind. And just to wrap everything up tonight, I have a couple more tools I still want to share with you, but I have a special promo for anybody who is brand new to oils. If you do have a membership already, you can gift a membership to somebody else. So you can keep all these products yourself, but say you put them like in your girlfriend's name or your sister's name, so you get the benefits on this. So you'll get a beautiful diffuser to put your oils in to make your home smell amazing without any of the toxins. You'll also get a free citrus bliss from me, which is amazing to just make your house smell like a creamsicle. We didn't really get into pain too much, but what I wanted to share on that, like we did a little bit because we talked about the mind and the body connection. But once you really start to heal your mind and the way that you think and your mindset, you are going to notice shifts in your physical body. But they also need other tools to get you through from the day to day, you know, working out, and maybe you get a little fatigued or sore muscles, which I will say the supplements have helped me a ton with that. But the Deep Blue Stick, this is what got my husband into no longer thinking I was like this little witch in our office. He's like, this stuff really works. I have people chase me down on the golf course. They're like, are you the Deep Blue lady? Because the stuff is just so amazing for pain relief. And so you'll get this whole kit, free membership, and you have access to me as your advocate to help you out and get you in track for a healthier lifestyle. You get a bunch of these citrus oils and roller bottles to make your own vagus nerve blend. So if that's something you're interested in, you can scan the QR code up in the top. I have a promo code down at the bottom as well. If you have more questions on that, I would also love to help you out there. So that's just something special promo for tonight. And just because I'm so grateful for you all coming on. I do have another meditation that we're going to end tonight with, but I have two last things that are amazing tools for me that I wanted to share before we do the final meditation. So if you've never heard of a dry brushing, you've probably seen one of these before, right? My grandma used to always have these hanging in her bathtub. So what you want to do with your dry brush, it's great for lymphatic flow, and it always gives me such a boost of energy. And when I do this daily and then I take a break from it, I notice like my energy dip. So I will just drip on like some grapefruit oil, because grapefruit is like great for lymphatic flow. It's a good detoxing oil. So I'll drip a little of my grapefruit oil on this, but you don't have to drip any oil on if you don't want. You want dry skin, so I do it right before the shower. And just I lightly will brush my whole body. I start with my extremities and I brush towards the heart. So do that with your arms and legs 3-4 times, brushing towards your heart. Do the same thing with your legs. It's not an end all be all, but I always have like that like cellulite on the back of my legs, and I hate wearing shorts because of it. But when I do this, it goes away for the day. So that's awesome. It doesn't last, but it goes away for the day. And so you're brushing up towards your heart, and then do your abdomen last. And you're going to want to brush down because that's where like everything will flush out through your lower belly. So what you can do is just YouTube dry brushing. There are so many great videos. I keep this in my bathroom. I mostly like to save the environment, but I'm not gonna lie, while my shower is steaming up and I drip a couple like eucalyptus drops in the corner of the shower, I'm dry brushing quick, getting in the shower, and it just like sets up my day. It's just one more little micro moment where you are loving up on your body. And I'm looking in the mirror and my naked self, and I'm just like, all right, bitch, I love you. And sometimes that's hard, but you have to do that sometimes because who else is telling you that? So dry brushing, love it. Highly recommend, and check out some YouTube videos. I've posted some on my Instagram before. Balance Britta is my Instagram. I had that up earlier. And then the last little nugget I wanted to share with you is crystals. So there's a whole world out there of crystals, but if you want a starting point, selenite, which is just like salt, is very protective. And just having like this in your pocket, again, like it comes back to intention. This can just help keep you grounded, protect you from maybe people or situations where you just feel like it's draining your energy. I know it sounds a little cray cray, but crystals are so natural. God put them here. They are beautiful and they are super helpful to me. I have them all around my house. I'll keep them in my pockets, in my purse, in my bra, and they just keep me grounded. Selenite is a great place to start if you know nothing about crystals because it's cheap, it's easy to come by, and then you can start exploring more. But if you want just somewhere to start with crystals, just even holding on to it, I just feel the sense of I can take a deep breath. I feel more grounded. My husband was like struggling with some people at work, and I'm like, listen, Joe, just stick a crystal in your pocket and let's see what happens. And I could see a shift in his mood when he was coming home. And I'm like, you think it's the crystal? And I'm expecting him to say like, no. He's like, I think it might be. It's just keeping me like, I feel like I'm not as involved in the drama or whatever. So I don't know, maybe that's not up your alley, but I just wanted to give you a starting point. Selenite is super easy. If you're local to the area, I recommend checking out Sticks and Stones in Waterville. The guy who owns it is freaking crazy, but it's a fun place to go and check out. So if you want to know more about crystals, I do other workshops where we go a little bit deeper into them and how you can use them in your day-to-day. But if anybody has any questions as we wrap up tonight, I would love to answer and use this space now for any questions. And you can also put them in the chat box. If you don't have any questions, that's okay too. We will get into the final guided meditation. And then after that, you can hop off and enjoy the rest of your night. I'm just super appreciative of all of you coming, and this will be recorded. So if you want to share it with your friends, I'll put it in my Balance Britta Facebook page. If you want to do something like this, either in person or virtual, and bring your friends together or family, I love doing that for people. And it's just a really nice, like healthy reason to get together. Like, it's just fun sometimes to get together with like out booze and junk food in the center of the reason to bring everybody together. Not that there's anything wrong with that either. So if there aren't any questions, oh, what oil do you put on the brush? I like to do grapefruit oil, really any citrus oil, because the citrus oils are just good detoxing oils. So they'll help with your lymphatic system, which is intended to get the yuck out of our body. Thanks, Cheryl. You're awesome too. So feel free to stay on after the meditation if you want some more help, and I will announce our winner right at the end of the meditation. So take a second again to get cozy and get yourself in a place where you can relax but don't fall asleep, or if you do, that's okay too, in a place where you won't be disturbed. So I hope that this workshop invited healing into your life, healing into your body, your mind, and your soul. Let the intention of this meditation invite healing into your body, mind, and soul. So let's begin. Go ahead and let your body settle into a comfortable position. Let yourself move around a little bit, releasing any tension or pain. Let yourself drop into the most comfortable position. And when you found that sweet spot that you know so well, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, release and relax. Listen to your breathing. Hear the soft hums of the air going in and out of your nose. Feel your chest and your belly expanding and contracting. And feel your body getting heavier with every out-breath. Breathe. Maybe there are parts of you that are hurting, my love. Maybe your external or internal body is feeling weak or in pain. Perhaps your mind is holding things that are heavy. Maybe a part of your soul feels unsettled. There may even be deep pain hiding inside of you. It's all okay, beautiful. We can all feel a little broken sometimes. These moments cannot dim your light. In fact, they make your light even brighter. And your light is what's here to heal you. So let yourself relax a little bit more. And as you do, imagine your body is easing into a warm pool of water. See your comfortable floating body in this quiet, still pool. Feeling the gentle tickle of the water on the sides of your face and the crown of your head, let your arms relax into the water, letting them naturally spread and release. Let your chest, back, and stomach surrender to the buoyancy of the water. And let your legs open and your feet fall to the sides as you surrender to the water. You can feel the warm water soothe you, relax you. And as it does, you begin to feel a soft hum coming from the water. And you see it glowing with a soft blue light. Feel the blue light embrace you through the water and invite it to take away the pain, the worries, and the brokenness. See yourself lying in this pool glowing with soft blue light, releasing the heaviness and letting yourself be healed as you breathe. Feel the warmth on your head as the healing blue light touches it. And then your eyes and your cheeks, your mouth, and your neck. Let it heal you. Feel the healing blue light touch your shoulders, your chest, your arms and hands, your stomach and your hips. Breathe in the soft blue light and feel the warmth heal you. Feel it in your legs, your feet, and your toes. And then imagine yourself covered completely in the soft, healing blue light. Let its warm glow release all the pain, the emotions, the past, the brokenness. Leave it here with the glowing blue light of the water. It's here to heal you. Let it all go, beautiful. And let the soft blue light of the water around you heal you. Take in one last deep breath together. And exhale, letting go of anything that no longer serves you. Thank you all so much for coming tonight, and I appreciate you all. And you can slowly come back to your body and to the room, and just come back to that gratitude and that space whenever you need it.